Welcome back to FTB Infinity Evolved, episode 44, and I moved some things over here. Yeah, big hole, we'll come back to that. And this. Yeah, the crystal growth accelerators, lack of sound for my jet plate again, is now over here, and it's converted into the more efficient format. Plenty of suggestions from commenters. Thank you to you all. You know who you are. I may well mention some later, but to briefly explain this, slightly different to the way we did it before. It does use a subnetwork, which I was hoping to leave for the separate episode, but I couldn't help myself. I needed to actually fix it. So here's our main line coming from our ME controller. And this is also outputting to this formation plane. It's outputting seeds, just as we did before, except this is now part of the main network. So I could save one channel. No, I couldn't actually. No, because I'd need to have an inventory. That doesn't matter. So yeah, formation plane, it's going to drop into there. Now you'll notice these are facing sideways, so the tops are facing sideways instead of up and down. And they're linked with glass cable. And this has a toggle bus, which then goes to quartz fiber and then to our main cable. So these are not on at the moment. And you'll see they're all linked. And they've got cable anchors to stop it from linking to the main network. Okay, that's the top section. Bottom section. So down here, I've got a flip switch. This turns things on. There it goes. And they're on. I will automate this. Not this episode. Maybe. Depends if I get time. But there are ways to automate it, I think. So I will have to look into that one. However, the main thing is not about this, it's about here. So we've got the annihilation plane. You can't filter it, but it has no inventory to output to. And the only thing it can output to is this storage bus, which will only take pure Certus quartz crystals. On top of that is an interface. Interface is... Consider it for this use. This is the cable kind of interface. You just put it in a crafting table and it turns from that kind into this flat kind. Think of it just like a chest. Okay, so that is again on our main network. So the only thing that this can output to is something that will only take the pure crystals. And as such, the seeds will stay in there quite happily. And everything's done. And I think that's pretty much as compact as I can get it as well. I'll need to figure out once I figure out to turn these on automatically to see if I can get it even more compact, but I doubt it, to be honest. And then just at the end here, because I need to power the subnetwork, two pieces of quartz fiber with some glass cable, and that powers the subnetwork without exposing any data. Kind of cool? Yeah, so let's move on, because let's not discuss that too much anymore. I've removed everything from each side, and you'll see there's a big hole here. That's a gigantic smart cable. But if I make it the same scale as this box, it has to be this size. It's basically, this box is 48 by 48 by 48, and this inside is like 44. That then makes this, outside of this, need to be 18 blocks. So, and then, obviously 4 shorter on the inside. But it's heading towards this platform, and I'm short of nether quartz as usual, which is why it hasn't been completed yet. And why there's torches everywhere. For glowstone, I've just got some glowstone though, so I'll replace those pretty quickly. Out here, gigantic redstone block. It's the same size as this, and you'll notice the pattern's now mostly done. Well, in fact, it is done. I just need to complete it with the carpenter's blocks. If you have a look, yeah, see all 4 sides. And if we look underneath, that is also done. It is flipped back in one direction, if I remember rightly. So make sure to get that texture right or accurate. I'm still getting bats because I've not filled in the annoying the carpenter blocks. So out here is going to be the blood magic. And if I hover here for a second, you'll see this is the same size as this. This is 48 on a side. And just coincidentally, the top tier of blood magic altar is 23 on a side. Double that, you get 46, which will just fit inside this box I mean, that's completely coincidental. There's that extra one row there because I need to remove that, but yeah, it fits just. And I've moved in here all of the stuff from the garden in my original base and marked out the areas. So this is the tier 6 altar, the tier 5, tier 4, the tier 3, the tier 2, and of course the normal, just everyday altar. And why do I have 3, you may ask? Okay, so this is going to be my crafting altar. It's going to need a good supply of blood, and the runes on it are going to be specific for that use. This one is going to largely be generating blood for that one, and this one is going to be generating blood for my network. Obviously, there's no altar here yet, but you get the idea. So 3 full-size altars, may not get to full size on them. We'll see what we get to. We do actually need to progress though, and to do that, we need the blood orbs. Wow, my inventory's full. A lot of the stuff we need to make can't be made by weak blood orbs, nor can they be made by apprentice blood orbs. You kind of have to get into the higher tiers to start making stuff. And ooh, Eldritch blood orb with warping 5. Yeah, it's forbidden magic. So the top tier from blood magic is this one, which is 6 tiers up, as you'd expect. So let's just get rid of some of this inventory stuff because, wow, it's just getting cluttered all over the place. We don't need any of this stuff. No. I've been making some stuff in the background. Yeah, it's going to be a magic-y episode this time. I have been doing a lot of AE2. I was planning on going to Thaumic Energistics, which is like binding AE2 with magic stuff. And it needs a bit more stuff for me to make. I have researched it, so if we go into the Thaumonomicon and go down, where are you? Here. I have researched pretty much nearly all of it. In fact, I need to get that one. There's one down here, but that's just an improved version of this special gearbox that I have no use for. And here, quartz duplication. Hey, I may as well take that while I'm there. So yeah, I have researched most of it. I'm actually just running short on aspects, so I need to go and do that. But this is an AE2 way to actually do Thaumcraft, and that that makes me much more pleased than trying to do Thaumcraft the normal way. Because I just, at the end of the last episode of the Direwolf 20 series that I did, I just ran out of patience, and Thaumcraft was annoying me. And I'd really like to get done on an AE2 version of it, because I've not used Thaumic Energistics before, but I have looked through it and it is very, very cool. So yeah, we will be doing that. I also moved my remote orderer pipe, which is there, and this, from the other base to this one, because what was happening, I was ordering stuff, it was coming out of this system into the other base, through a whole network of pipes and into this chest. So it's taking ages for stuff to get to me, but now it pretty much is instant. So that's that part. Let's get on with what we're going to do though. So I need to upgrade the blood orbs. I've showed you this in another episode, but I didn't actually go ahead and do it because it was annoying. For that we need prismarine. Prismarine needs nether quartz in mana infusion with an alchemical construct, that's Thaumcraft, alchemy catalyst, and that needs 4 living rock, some alchemic chemistry sets, and some Salus Mundus. Alright, so do I have any brewing? I've left them in the other base. Alright, let's go get those. And I've removed the entrance from here now and just linked everything up with portals. Of course, they're not cross-dimensional, so I will need to need to do another cross-dimensional thing before. Let's just grab it. Oh my! I am terrible. Oh, these are just instant break, unfortunately. Yeah, 2 of those. So we need to make alchemical chemistry sets. Wow, alchemic chemistry sets. 2,500 in a tier 1, so we should be able to do that. And the rest, I think we may have in the system. One thing I did have to make over here ahead of time was golden chalk, I think it's called, from Witchery. You need to put, let's look it up. It's a bit it's not as obvious as it might seem. So it says Mandrake Root, Gold Nugget, and Ritual Chalk, and Ritual Chalk is some of this other witchery stuff. Nothing terribly amazing there. Breath of the Goddess and some Lapis. Fine. It says just throw it in a Witch's Cauldron, but at my Witch's Cauldron, I didn't need to be near an altar, so it was inside that room. Wasn't happening. Couldn't go figure out why. It needs to be near an altar that has above 2800, whatever this is. I forget what it's called, but you get the idea. So to get that done, I tried a dragon egg, put it down the side. That wouldn't upgrade things enough. The Wither Skeleton Skull by far changes this. So if we look at 3,255, I'll just take this off for a second. 1,085. So put yourself a Wither Skeleton Skull on there, and also an Arthana, which is a very easy item to craft. And then you'll have everything you need, and away you go, really. I think the Arthana is there just to extend the range. It doesn't actually do anything in the power side of things. So just bear that one in mind. And then just throw the 3 in there. You get some golden chalk, and away you go. And let's pop back. And yes, it is going to be soon enough that I have to figure out a way to get between dimensions. There is the ink mixer, of course, from Mistcraft. There is also the RF Tools teleporter. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out one of them. So, where were we? Yeah, we need the Alchemy Construct. Oh, it's not the Construct. I cannot remember the names of the Alchemy Catalyst. Okay, so yeah, let's go and make those sets first. May have enough in the altar to do this. Let's have a look. How much have we got? Yeah, we should have enough. Let's just put those in. I'll take a little bit of time to actually convert. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? If we look below here, by the way, there's enough room, I think. There's going to be enough room down here to actually do the... well, there's going to be various rituals which will be damaging mobs to get the stuff out. Blood, stuff like that. So there's going to be a ritual that will damage them, or another ritual that will heal them. We'll need to spawn mobs down here, and then we'll use that to get the blood, which will then pour into probably that altar to keep our network satisfied, and maybe even pouring into this altar if there's plenty left over. Not quite sure on that one. It may just be something that I create a separate farm for that one that supplies the crafting altar. So we got 2 of those, and everything else I think we should have. So let's go and sort that one out now. The world download for this probably should be next episode. I've nearly finished on the patterns on the outside, so as soon as I've done that, I'll create the world download, and away you go. So, alchemy. We first of all need that blaze lamp, so let's just make one of those. And is that it? I do have everything else, so let's go and grab that. And then we need some nether quartz. Probably... not that much. And probably some cold coke as well. Because I've got a feeling my mana pools are out of mana. In fact, let's just take regular coal. In fact, no, I don't want regular coal. I've moved the egg timer thing. Coal coke. That's fine. I only want a tiny amount, so let's see if I've got enough. Getting sick of this teleport. At least I've got portal gun. That does help so much when you're trying to do this. Yes. So yeah, I need to put that dropper back at some point. The timer thing. That should be enough. And we just go under here. And this allows for other duplication, I think, as well. Nether quartz. If I go for use, if I go for nether quartz, this should be... no, I don't want that one. It's the other one. It's the conjuration catalyst that doubles things. That kind of takes things to a ridiculous degree, and that's going to need some other Ugh, more witchery stuff. And Terra Steel. Yeah, let's just ignore that one for now. Terra Steel is a little bit later in the mod. So let's see if we can turn you. Yep, there we go, 4 prismarine shards. And I just want a piece of cobble. Perfect, let's go back. So I need to make this, put it in our altar, and then I should end up with the next orb up, depending if I've got enough. Let's have a look. Cobble? Cobble. There we go, prismarine. And how much... Oh, that auto craft thing is a little bit annoying. Let's just put the thaumium away. But it's slightly less annoying than actually trying to click on that every time. So, blood orbs. 5,000. Okay, I'm going to need to make a bit of a donation. Oh, and I should mention that, yeah. All this is taking the blood from the back altar, putting it in a drum in case the back altar were generating more. This bedrockium drum, straightforward, 6 of those mock cooked up into bedrock ingots, and then, you know, just some pressure plates and stuff. And then into another ender tank, which is the one that's underneath. Whoops, not underneath on this one. At the back here. There's just supplies and it's underneath that one. Just saves me piping stuff around and then having a buffer and sorting stuff out. And at this point, ender tanks are cheap. Yeah. And this is where I could do with more health, even than I have at the moment. So we'll have to look into killing the wither quite a while. Can I do it with the wither? Yeah, I think I can. Do I get yellow hearts? I think I do. Where's my yellow hearts? I've got 1. I'm going to need quite a few more. So yeah, that's some wither killing. Or alternatively, some more ender dragon killing. We need to be able to do the resurrection thing for that for some of the recipes. Things like the even the angel wings, I think may have it. Angel ring even. Nope, not that one. Creative energy cells definitely does. Yeah, all of this kind of stuff. Draconic evolution. We've sort of done this outer layer. We've done this second layer. Or at least we've got the infrastructure to do it. Next kind of layer we should move into is the draconic one, and then this one is advanced solar panels. Technically, I suppose we can do that. Because I can make those, but I need to autocraft them. And everything else is, again, autocrafting, but more of that scenarium. Lots more of that scenarium, which needs a huge amount of energy. So I've just got it running in the other base. So, you know, there's nothing else going on there. Let's just grab more of you. And let's see how much life points we've got in this altar. Divination sigil. 2,500. Alright, I'll break and then come back when I've got enough. And we now should have enough, so let's just pop that in there and hope to heck we do have enough. It shouldn't take too long if it is. Let's have a look. How fast is it draining? Yeah, and if I just go outside before I craft this, by the way, if I click my current essence life points, essence pool is 5,000, and this should upgrade us. So let's, yeah, it's 3,000. Shouldn't take very much longer. And the next one up, if I have a look at blood orbs, is going to need a block of thaumium, which is straightforward, but it's going to need a tier 3 with 25,000 life points. Okay, that's going to need runes. Yep, there it is. So if I just click, that should be enough. And if I click now, yep, I'm above 5,000. So all I need to do is basically keep clicking here, or you can just drop it into this and it'll absorb the blood. You can then just keep clicking as it absorbs everything and see what it gets to. I can't remember the exact amount, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's just quite a large amount above 5,000. So I can use that to continue to absorb things, and that's what eventually that altar will be doing. It'll just have an orb in here which absorbs everything into the network. So we need to then make thaumium, and I need to make runes. Runes I'll come into next episode, something like that. They are not terribly difficult to create, it must be said. some of these. So the problem being is that there isn't enough capacity in this. It's only 10,000. So we need something like augmented capacity runes. That's one option. There is another option that massively speeds up this this altar, the way that the blood comes in. That's the other way of doing things. Instead of having a high capacity pool, you just pump it in really fast. Yeah, that's better higher on, or higher up if you like. There's then other ones as well that we'll get into. The self-sacrifice and self-sacrifice are more for the donation altars. Speed runes is just speed of it transferring through the altar, if I remember rightly, and then we've got, you know, these sets that I need to actually come into. For the immediate sake, I'll probably have the augmented capacity. I just need to craft buckets, blood runes, and tier 2 slates. So I will do that off camera because it will be boring as hell otherwise. So let's just get on to making thaumium, and you may have seen it when I actually showed you the, or when I went out to the Botania base, but just to go back, I wasn't happy with just throwing mana steel into a cauldron. It pollutes all over the place, and there's a much better way of doing it. So I researched that out of the Thaumonomicon. It's sort of the Thaumatorium, or alchemic construct. That's what I kept on saying through the episode when I was trying to do something else. It is down in over here. So alchemy tab, this is the one you actually want to get to, and of course some of these as well. Let's just drink something. So it's a cauldron on the bottom, and then 2 of these constructs, which are made just using various, you know, ordinary Thaumcraft stuff. Essentia tubes, Essentia valves. They're just tubes with a lever next to them, and the V filters we've already looked at. Nothing essential there. And on the sides, these are mnemonic matrices. Again, very simple recipe. Nothing much to worry about there. They just increase the number of recipes you can have in here. And at the moment, I've only got 1 recipe. I'll need 1 recipe. At the back, I've got an Essentia tube, and underneath some night ore. You'll need a heat source under there. And then you can just attach a jar here, and it will then start spitting stuff out. If I don't step onto the cauldron. So let's just grab some of that, because in fact, do I have any steel on me? Probably don't. Where are you? There you are. Steel. Get some mana steel, just get 10 of it. It won't, there's no way it'll produce 10, but that's fine. Where are you? And then I want some shards. Let's just take some of that. There's hundreds of them in the actual main system, so I don't have to be worried about shards. Just put them into burn as you normally would in an alembic system from a furnace, and you'll see it starting to build up. The one we actually want is that one. So let's just craft. Let me show. I put one this side, one this side, and I think I've put that jar in the system. You know. Oh wait, no, I haven't. Yeah, I've labelled these jars, so it's just a label which is some paper and slime ball and something else onto a void jar. And a void jar is slightly different actually. Normally you're used to doing one thing. You need ender air for void jars, so you just take a water bottle, or sorry, an empty glass bottle, go into the end, start right clicking, you'll get it, and that'll make you get those. Yeah, so let's just fill that up there. Crystal element, we can put that U there, and ignis there. And I think that should be all of them. So this should just fill now, I think. Yeah, it's got 12, so we just take that, put it back here, and it should start spitting out thaumium. Simple, no flux, no waste. Straightforward. So yeah, just bear that in mind for future use. So you're going to be able to do something without polluting things. Fine. Later on, of course, we will be putting this whole thing into Thaumic Energistics. We're going to pull in the stuff from here into an ME system, ME drive with special kinds of drives. And then there'll be an emitter here that supplies it. It's called a provider. Thaumic Energistics. Yeah, so there's the Essentia provider, which will go back there probably, and then the an interface to put the items in the top, and then just a chest at the front or an interface at the front to pull it back into the system, and everything there will be sorted. There's a similar kind of infusion provider right there. That doesn't seem to have a recipe. This one does. Have to look into that. The infusion provider just goes near this altar, and it will just pull in all the essential it needs from the equivalent of these jars, except we don't have to worry about lots of these jars all over the place, which is what really annoyed me last time. So yeah, I'm very happy with that one. So pretty short episode, just while I get stuff sorted behind the scenes. Hopefully you've liked it. If so, why have I got a sheep in my base? If so, thumbs up, otherwise thumbs down. Feel free to subscribe, follow me on Twitter @Greatester, and next episode, I think, yeah, the world download will be out there, and I'm going to be doing some more blood magic in the background. I'm not going to be showing you too much more of it because it can be quite laborious, quite boring, and I'll just do that stuff off camera, just to save you the trip. All right, thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.